Hey you guys, a long time, no talk in so long. I've been busy working on some things, pretty much. Bless you. Bless you. I've been busy with the little one right here. As you guys, she's growing. She's approaching 5 months. And she's very vocal. As well as I've been tending to Shippo. Too much personality. Tending to Shippo. He recently had a seizure. For whatever reason, I'm not sure what the cause was, but so far he's been fine. For the past 2 weeks now. As well as having a fiance and living in a space with that person that part has been new. We've been living together for about trying to think. It's been on and off because just trying to. Anyways, that's a whole nother story that I'm not going to tell, but it's been very positive, and I'm happy that we've grown to be in this space together and to have grown to involve this new person in our space. But I just want to talk about the honest truth of being a mother and have a new title of fiance and whatnot, and as well as being a stay-at-home mom and a housewife. I'm there in my life now. I stopped working. It's been a long time coming since I kind of figured I was going to stop working anyway. Due to the fact that I don't see how mothers go back to work, honestly, and, go to work and tend to the emotions and issues that's there, as well as come home and give their family the love that they need. So they couldn't pay me enough. They probably could pay me enough to do that, but my job wasn't paying me enough as I would have liked. And as far as like the stress that I was having to take on, I didn't like that combo. But lucky enough, I am marrying someone that is very supportive, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, to support us, as well as allow me to venture off into my artistic endeavors. So I'm here. It is now, October 8th, it's Shippo's birthday. Happy birthday, Shippo. And yes, we have, this is a journey. It's been very stressful being a new mom. I've never dealt with an infant as young as 6 weeks before, and she was the first one I ever encountered by myself. I will say that because I have siblings, younger siblings, but she was the first one that I can recall of being by myself with an infant younger than 6 weeks, and it's been very tough, as well as being a stay-at-home wife and mom and all that sorts, because you live in your head when you're in this new space, and it's just so much you want to do, but you can't do it because you got to tend to the baby, tend to your spouse, tend to the dog, and then also make sure you can tend to yourself. And it was very stressful because I did not know how to balance all that, and I feel like now I'm in a space where I can balance everything, because now, and being able to enjoy everything and to enjoy this precious little life as she continues to grow. I will say the hardest part was adjusting, and it took a long time to adjust because after she was born, my mother stayed for a month, and after that it was a few weeks of me being by myself, because I was about 30 minutes away from my aunt, and it was just too much back and forth with driving and wasting gas and all this type of stuff because I'm not working, as well as all the crying that she was doing. She was very colicky at one state, and in July, me and her and Daddy spent about 3 or 4 weeks in Chicago with my sisters and my brother-in-law and my brother. So it was help all around, and I just didn't know how to adjust by myself, and that was the issue. I was glad I had help. However, once we moved officially closer, so they can get closer to work, and so I'm closer to family, which is family is like 5 minutes down the street for me, luckily enough. Things have gotten easier for, I would say, all for all of us, honestly. So that was, I would say, the hardest thing. Also trying to find sleep, making sure my body has enough nourishment that it needs, make sure I'm drinking enough water. It's just a lot of basic care stuff I didn't really take advantage of, but it was mindless. Like, I was doing it mindlessly, but now I'm doing it with the intention of feeding her, if that makes sense, and feeding myself to make sure that my body doesn't go into this state of shock, of lack of nourishment, just for providing for her. So that was a lot, and making sure I'm eating enough food, but making sure I'm eating the healthy foods, and then noticing that my body isn't losing the weight because of the food that I used to eat, is retaining in a way. So no matter like as much walking as I'm doing, I noticed I would have to walk about 5 miles, maybe 3 or 4 times a week to make sure I can keep the unnecessary weight off. But I like this thick Kayla. It's cute. It looks good. It looks healthy. Because I didn't realize how small I was last year. I weighed 135 pounds before her, and I got up to like 175 pounds. So I gained 40 pounds with her, which was, that took a toll on my mental health, honestly, because I had to remind myself, like, Kayla, you are this embodiment of this beautiful woman carrying this beautiful life that you are bringing into this world, a healthy life for yourself, for the baby, for your fiance. I just had to remind myself that it is okay. So that also took a toll, which was very hard. But I'm in a space where now I feel comfortable, and it's okay if I have a little pudge, because the pudge will go away. It's just temporary. As long as I'm eating, my proteins, my fruits and vegetables, it's okay, because I just gotta make sure that I get enough of it to give to her. So another thing was the lack of sleep for her during the day. Now, she will sleep at night, but she'll get up during her feedings, because I'm exclusively breastfeeding still, going on month 5. Congratulations to me. This is a good milestone. I feel very proud of myself. Each month that I touch, I am very grateful that I am able to nourish and give my baby everything that she needs through me and from the earth. So, and me taking accountability for that, I have to make sure that I am giving the good nutrients, pretty much, like superfoods and all that type of stuff. But she doesn't want to take naps, which is something that we are going through at this moment. She used to take naps for the first 2.5, 3 months of her life, but for whatever reason, this adjustment period, she doesn't want to take naps anymore. And I've learned that I had to learn that it's okay, because I became very frustrated. And I will say I became very frustrated with her, because it's like she would not want to take a nap when I needed to get things done around the house or for myself. So that is that. So that became very hard for me. And I've started to realize I just needed a little bit more help, or just the acknowledgement that something can be done. Like, I'm always doing something for someone else, which is okay, because I am that's how I show my love. I do things for people. So if something is an inconvenience for a person, then I will do it for them while I'm already in the process of doing something else. And that was stressing me out because I just needed a little bit more help. So I'm learning that about myself, not to take on too many things that I can't handle. And if I can't get to it in the same day, it's okay. I'll just get to it tomorrow. So that's hard. And it was hard for me to express that because I never had to go through that before. But that was something I had to realize and kind of check myself on, because I would get very frustrated and take it out on everybody else around me. Another thing that was very hard for me to see was my hairline go away. Yes, postpartum shedding is a real thing, and the fact that I have locks is just, I don't know. I can retain the length that I've gotten from this pregnancy, which is great. However, my edges is just, they're just obsolete at this moment. It looked worse than this. It really did. And it was bald. And I was frustrated. I cried a little bit. And I'm like, I can't do this. But it's a matter of me. All because I said I can't do this, I still have to go through this and still do it. But it's growing back. As long as I'm, I don't know what I'm doing that's working, but all the fruits and vegetables and the multivitamins, I'm still taking prenatal since I'm breastfeeding. That's working, and making sure I am going outside and make sure I'm stress free. So that was another thing that was taking a toll on me. My hairline. But you see, pretty girl right here, she has her hair. My edges is on her head, is what I like to say. But I had to remind myself, like, Kayla, you just had a baby. Your body is still going through this adjustment period, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I'm still going through this transition, because carrying a baby for 9 months does take a toll on your body. So, but as they say that women go through postpartum within the first 3 years of the baby's life. And I do believe, because everything chemically in my body has changed. I will say that my skin has gotten better. I did break out at the end of my pregnancy. Not as bad, but I don't break out, which is very nice that my skin has returned to normal, I would say, which is great. As well as another plus side is, I don't want to talk too much about the negative, but the plus side is my cycles have gotten so much better because I am breastfeeding. I'm very happy about that, and they're short. So I can say that I'm very happy about that. So, but that was the hardest thing, just going through this. It just felt like I was in a dark place, and I did feel like I was by myself, as well as trying to start a new venture in my life with baby girl while we're at home. So that is something new. I'm making candles. This is something that I've been keeping a secret, kinda, not really. But I gave candles. I've been working on the candles since last year while I was pregnant with her, with Bay, and we've been doing that. But I kind of like have taken over since he's working more, and I'm happy where it's going. So I will say I do find my life in still creating, even though I'm not painting yet. I'm not painting yet. Once I get mentally prepared, I will start painting again, most likely sometime this weekend, as well as doing tattoos. I'm very excited about that again. Ready to start doing tattoos again. So it's just, everything just didn't fall in place like I planned on to. do, such as I was supposed to be in a shop, but that's okay. The guy didn't hit me back up, and I'm fine. So I know. But yes, this postpartum shit is just crazy. It's so crazy. But I'm going through it. I can only remain positive and just enjoy every minute of it and enjoy this experience I have with her and my family and just love it. I'm not going to sit here and complain because it's really nothing to complain about because things are just temporary. I just want to get that off my chest. Now I feel much better. We got to restart that load of laundry and we're going to skedaddle on out of here and go see another face. But it was nice talking to you guys. Ciao for now. And we shall see you in the next video.